G'day cruisers and welcome back to Aussies on the Seas. I know it's been a long time since our last video. It's been a long time since we've brought you some cruising news or some cruising tips or some cruising, well, just about anything. But a lot has happened in the last 3 weeks while we've been away. Before we get into it, I should probably tell you what sort of things have happened. We've had a change of internet provider from Royal Caribbean. We've had the last Costa cruise before Costa Luminosa is turned into Carnival Luminosa. We've had the announcement from Disney that Disney will be sailing in Australia next season. So that's a good one. P&O Australia now have a full fleet of ships in Australia and will be operating before the end of the month, which is fantastic news for those of you out there who were dying to get onto Pacific Explorer, Pacific Encounter, or Pacific Adventure. Anyway, I think I've chatted enough about all of this. Let's get into it. Great news for all you Aussie cruisers out there who want to sail on the Carnival Luminosa. The Costa Luminosa has gone through her last Italian sailing and has been put into dry dock in Palermo in Italy to be refitted. Now, this refitment process will probably last for a couple of weeks. Will include taking down all the Italian language signage on board, as she is an Italian ship and mainly caters for an Italian audience. Also repainting the funnel, and at the moment she's having her hull repainted and the Carnival Luminosa replacing the Costa Luminosa and blazing her bow. So this is all very exciting for those cruisers that are cruising from Brisbane this year. The Carnival Luminosa is being refitted and hopefully very soon she'll be on her way to Brisbane to make her maiden voyage from the port of Brisbane. Now, I don't know whether you're like us and you love to stay connected while at sea, or maybe you're not like us. Maybe you want to switch all devices off and just disappear into the solitude and absolute sereneness of cruising. Well, we like doing that too. But unfortunately, with having a channel on YouTube, we do rely on one thing, and that is an internet connection. An internet connection is very vital to us on any ship that we go on. And I know a lot of other passengers on a lot of cruises that we go on sign up for the internet package. Now, big news regarding internet packages this month. Royal Caribbean has announced that they are no longer going with the Voom internet system that they have been so famously known for over the last 6 or 7 years. They will be switching to Elon Musk's Starlink system. Now, this system here is supposed to be the fastest internet system through satellite in the world. So I look forward to actually reviewing this in one of our ships. Royal Caribbean will be rolling this out on all of their ships starting November and rolling all the way through to March next year. According to the press release, they hope to get all of their ships converted over from Voom to the new Starlink system within the 6-month period. So hopefully that will be achievable, and hopefully we will be able to be on one of the first Australian cruises out from either Sydney, Brisbane or Melbourne that actually has the new technology aboard, and we'll be able to review it for you. So great news for Aussie cruisers. The P&O Pacific Adventure has joined her sister ships in the lineup of P&O Australia's fleet. It pulled in last week into Sydney Harbour and will now go through the process of onboarding and getting ready for her first cruise. Now she joins Pacific Encounter in Brisbane, and Pacific Explorer will eventually go down to Melbourne and start cruises from Melbourne. So this is very exciting for Aussie cruisers, particularly those who love to sail with P&O Australia. She now has a complete fleet in Australia, which is fantastic and opens up the options from 3 different ports, not just sailing from 1 or 2, but we've also added Melbourne onto that list as well. So that's fantastic news there for Aussie cruisers. So, great news for those fans in Aussie cruising who are massive Disney fans. Disney has announced just the other day that they will be joining the lineup of ships in the 2023-2024 season of sailing in Australia and New Zealand. Now, Disney will be only doing very short sailings from Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, but these sailings will be a toe in the water, if you like, I believe, to test out how Disney will be responded to by Aussie cruisers next year. So if you're a big fan of Disney, it's coming down under, and it's coming down under in a big way. They will be doing a lot of cruises from each of these ports, and each of the cruises will go for 2 days. Now, for our New Zealand cousins that watch, because I know that there are some Kiwis out there who do watch our channel, great news for you guys too, that Disney will be sailing from Auckland as well. Now, the Auckland sailings will be a 3-night sailing, so you will get an extra 1 night than what we get. Lucky people. So that will be fantastic for all you Kiwis out there as well. We'll get to see the Disney experience, which I'm told, and I have seen from other bloggers and numerous advertisements and news articles, that Disney does put on a show-stopping experience on their ships. So if you're a Disney fan, this is definitely great news for you, and definitely a cruise to book. Well, thank you for watching the video today. I'd like to invite you to hit the subscribe button and click the like and notification bell down below if you've enjoyed this video. Not only will it help the channel, but it'll also help you guys stay up to date with all the latest cruising news. Now, I know it hasn't been, well, it's been forever since our last video. We've been very busy in the last month or so, family issues. But we hope to get the content out to you guys more often from now on, leading up to our cruise. So if you liked today's video, hit the subscribe button. But until then, we'll be seeing you guys somewhere on the seas.